Okay, this week was insane. Amanda Batula and West, really? Really? And what about Sierra and that beautiful friendship she had with Amanda, or at least we thought she had with Amanda? Because now that's gone. Amanda crossed that friendship line. I mean, that's just not crossing a line, that's crossing every line. And then crossing the street, and then getting to the other side of the street, and then turning around to flip you off once they get to the other side. And this is wild. It really is. But have you noticed that Amanda and West are actually starting to look alike? Honestly, I'm thinking our sweet Sierra dodged a bullet. I mean, maybe Sierra dodged a bullet and those two are meant to be together. And maybe this whole situation, maybe this is all leading Sierra to her destiny. And that's truthfully what I believe is happening here. I mean, it's very possible, right, that Sierra could go on vacation to decompress from this whole nightmare and end up meeting the love of her life. Someone that she goes on to live a beautiful, prosperous, gorgeous, loving life with and create the family that she's always dreamed of. I mean, Sierra could very well go and meet someone that changes everything for her. And she would have never met that person if she'd still been hanging around the same old clowns. I mean, that is the way the world works. And that is why you have to trust the universe, because it will move your world around to prepare you for what's next. When stuff like this happens in your life, it is the universe redirecting you, sending you on a path that is meant to lift you to your next level. And then we have Amanda Francis, who's come out and said that she's neurodivergent, who can relate. Me and I think most of my family. And then we have the season premiere of The Valley, you guys, which started with Kristen sitting there crying, talking about the fact that she's kind of lost herself. She says now she only knows how to be a mom, which means that there's no intimacy in her relationship anymore. And I'm just sitting there thinking, yeah, well, welcome to real life. And I guess that's where we're starting. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Generally Speaking, the podcast that bridges the worlds of pop culture and personal development. I'm your host, Jennifer Snook. I am so happy to be here with you guys today. I hope everything has been going well in your world. Okay, you guys, the Amanda West Sierra debacle. I spent weeks praying to God that this shit wasn't true. I mean, just a few pods back, I was talking about the fact that there was something about the way that West was starting to look at Amanda that was making me uncomfortable. Oh, you guys, we have so much to get into. I mean, I know we have all been blown away by this news of the two of them coming out and announcing their relationship, calling it serious. What a shock to the system it has been for me, and I know for all of us collectively. And I know my girl Sabrina has a lot to say about it, so we are gonna bring her in, you guys. She is hot about this.
I am pissed.
Sabrina, welcome, sweetheart. I'm so happy to have you. What a week it's been, huh?
I am so I think it's one of the happiest times. I'm always super happy to be with you, but I think this is one of my most happy, but it's not a happy thing, time to be with you. I'm freaking
Right.
out.
It feels like a time that we all need to be together.
I agree. It is
Right?
not a scandal, but it is something else.
If I'm going to be honest, I think it's worse than Scandival. I've heard so many people say that it doesn't compare to Scandival because
I
Tom and
agree with you.
Ariana had this relationship and we were all cheering for them. But in all reality, I was never cheering for Tom and Ariana. I thought that the two of them outplayed and outstayed their relationship because they were doing it for the wrong reasons for the show. I think we all saw that the two of them, that relationship was dead. It stopped growing a long time ago. So I wasn't surprised by the fact that he went and found affection somewhere else. What I am most surprised
I,
about is I think that the relationship between Sierra and Amanda was a stronger
yes,
friendship than either
yes,
relationship on Vanderpump
correct.
Rules between Tom and Ariana or Summer House between Kyle and Amanda, because I feel like Kyle and Amanda did the same thing that this married couple on this show, or this couple, this long-standing couple, was doing the same thing that this long-standing couple was doing and staying together for the wrong reasons, right? Because they just had so much, the show, and there was so much, they didn't know how to get out of it.
I don't think people are thinking of the Kyle Amanda situation, even if she hooked up with Wes while they were married, because everyone's like, you two, you were gonna fail. It's the everybody knew that Sierra was in love with Wes,
Yep.
West, whatever.
Yes.
I think that's the worst part. It has like when it was Scandal, it was Ariana and Tom because they were 10 years together, and it was Raquel, a good friend, blah, blah. Okay, but in this case, it was a true friendship between Sierra and Amanda. seeing Sierra stand by her relationship with that bird brain, that it wasn't working by well, and they were
Yes.
like, so she was crying for her. Don't talk about yourself like that, this, that.
Hold
And
that thought. You just said bird brain, and that reminds me of Teresa, and I have an important Teresa note to talk to you about. We should probably address it here because I just turned 54 and I don't remember shit if I don't say it as soon as it
tell
happens.
me.
Um, did you hear her on her latest podcast? She's already doing what she does so well, or I should say well, but not well, just what she does. She's already flagging to the new girls. I would just tell the new girls that they need to just, just do a lot of homework. Just go back, watch the season. So, you'll know if you watch the seasons. Like, why do the new girls need to watch the old seasons so they know?
It's
And then it
because
wasn't just
it's
that.
fake.
It wasn't just that. There was more. She then went on to say she's doing the same thing. It's so tricky. She says, well, and then, if a blogger says something bad about Melissa, I'm just going to unfollow them. That's just it, period. And, Melissa said it too. So yeah, that's the way it needs to be, because it's family, now it's family. So now, if a blogger says something bad about Melissa, I'm going to unfollow them, which is setting this unfair standard, right? Oh, well, we said this, and now a blogger says something. I mean, it could be something completely objective and smart, but if Teresa registers it as negative, then
Correct.
it's bad
But
on
she's not
Melissa.
only saying that about the blogger. She's saying that because of Margaret, because they're still friends. And then
Yes.
Teresa's video was beyond annoying, as per usual. Did you
I,
see that?
oh, did I see it? Of course I did. Wasn't
I
that
literally wrote
disgusting?
in the comment, I said, unfortunately, your children will pay for your mistakes because your beautiful daughter gets bullied and you're the biggest bully. You're
And I
an
mean, it's
asshole.
just
Jen
the
is
way
a freaking asshole, and you were fired. Margaret chose not to come back. You talk to me about Jen, I go nuts.
I
And
know.
she is scum of the earth. And the way she talks, and she's so fake, and she's so phony, and she's so desperate. And you're not funny.
She
You're
really
not
believe.
funny.
Well, have
No,
you
no,
heard?
she's
I mean,
freaking.
she really has. She thinks she's got the accents down. She entertains herself. I'll give her that. She entertains herself. And in life, I say all the time, it's important. You do need to be able to entertain yourself.
But she's allowed to still be friends with Jen. But Melissa, watch how she's gonna have to tiptoe. Watch.
I know.
It's all good. Anyway, don't get me started with I'm pissed. I haven't liked. I'm because I take it personally. I feel like I was Melissa's friend. Okay. I haven't liked the post. I haven't liked anything because I'm so disappointed that she fell for it again.
But
Or
you
that
have
they
to
really both
understand
just
how
really want to be on
miserable
TV.
her husband was without his only sister and his four nieces.
I don't think it's that. I think Joe and Melissa truly love being on television.
Oh, yeah, no, they do. But I also think that
And
Joe,
that's the only reason they fixed
no,
it.
I don't think, no.
No.
So you think Joe Gorga is such a sellout that he's doing it just because he likes to be on TV? I don't believe that.
No, I don't think he's a sellout. I think that it's
He would be a
convenient to be
sellout if
friends
that
with
was the
her
only
for
reason he
now.
was back on the show. That would be selling out.
You know, I only
You
live
don't
five
think that he
hours from
missed his
Jersey.
sister at all?
And I know a lot of people in Jersey. What?
You
That's
don't
not
think he missed his
sister.
sister?
That is not a sister. That is not a sister. And that little orange man that she has behind her, okay, is pulling all the strings because they probably need money.
Well, we know they need money.
So they're getting the rich people on their good side. And then
Well,
she's gonna say, Joe, can you help me out? You're gonna see, you're gonna see, you're gonna see.
that's the thing. Joe would bail his sister out before he'd
You
let her in.
would.
Yeah,
Which is why
100%.
she's doing this. This is
Yeah.
calculated on Teresa's part, maybe not on their part, but they should know we're better. So they're just going with it because it is good for both of them. But it's she has alternate ulterior reasons and motives. Whereas Joe, maybe it's just okay. I got my sister back, plus I got my show back.
100%. Yes. Teresa and
That's what
Lee
I'm
had
saying.
every ulterior motive.
This is a plan.
It was the last card they had left to play. They
Of
had to
course.
align themselves with Joe and Melissa. And be careful, got to be careful what we say, because if we say something, then Melissa will have to unfollow because Teresa will,
Oh, it's true. Well, I'm not a blogger. I'm just a little young schmo blow from Montreal,
You're
okay?
like, I'm a
So
hairdresser.
I'm just a hairdresser. I'm not a blogger, so I can say it. You keep your mouth shut. I'll say it. You are annoying, okay? And I could read between the lines, Tree, and I could also say it in proper Italian,
And we know she can't.
which is my point.
Right.
She's so annoying. The minute you start talking about those people, I lose it. It's over.
Okay, so let's reel it back. Let's reel it back to
Let's
where we
go
were.
back to Summer House.
Yes, Summer House. This is some wild shit.
Okay, so you know that there's that video now circulating of West and Amanda intimate together, and they have the video through the window.
I have not seen it.
Okay, so no one saw it. So the blogger that took that video, this video is real. It's 100% facts.
It's
The-
100% facts.
It is. And Sierra wanted this blogger to send it to her, but then it would be illegal. So that's why they met up and she saw it. And that's how she knew. And then it was all because of the Find My. You saw that?
Yes, I did see that.
Okay. So, and then she's like, we're just friends or whatever. But then it was, I do believe this part. This isn't confirmed, but I believe it because again, Paige and Hannah are Italian. Italians are lunatics. I'm Italian. I would do this. They hired a PI.
Yeah. I'll tell you,
And I believe it.
I believe that I believe very firmly that this whole thing started
In June.
the night that Kyle had his conniption fit.
No. You know why?
Why?
No, it happened way before. It was already happening, which is why Amanda's more
Why do you
gross.
think it was already happening before the
Because
night
they
of the
did not
conniption?
separate in November. They separated at the beginning of last year. You watch. So that's why now Kyle feels guilty because she looks so bad because it looks like it's overlapping. So now Kyle at the reunion is going to confess, okay, to get some shit off of her, I'm going to be honest, we separated at the beginning of last year. Watch. Did you watch the 3-part video?
Whether that's the case or not, it's not, to me, it's not about when they
Kyle,
separated.
yeah, it's her doing it.
That still
laughing in
doesn't have
Sierra's
anything to
face.
do with, they may
Kyle.
have separated sooner, but I believe they were separated before this season started.
100%.
100%. I absolutely believe that. But I still believe that when they started the season, things were still platonic with her and West. I think the shift happened that night. And to be honest, I think I heard a kiss when they were in the bathroom where the cameras can't be. I think I heard a kiss. And I think, when she was walking to do the soda water, I've seen it played back now. I saw it that night and I said there was something weird. There was something about the way he grabbed her.
It's before that. Even she jumped in the pool and he freaked out because her boobs are so big.
Kyle freaked out.
No, and did you see West in the pool? Go watch that clip.
He was like, whoa.
He was like, oh, Amanda! Like
I'm going to tell you, something was brewing because the way he approached Kyle about how Kyle needed to apologize to his wife. Now, granted, the way Kyle talked to his wife was not right, and that's horrible. You should never talk to your wife at all like that, let alone in front of people. But in the realm of being around a bunch of really drunk idiots, which they're all used to, it's not like they're all the best behaved, right? I just don't think it was as bad as West made it out to be. He said, I've never seen anything like it was just so terrible. And I'm thinking, was it really that terrible? Like, you need to go apologize. It was like he felt overly invested in Amanda getting an apology.
I love you, Amanda. And I know, baby, when she was crying in the fucking bathroom. And he's like, and then he was leaving.
Well,
and he's like,
what about when he walked out and told her he loved her?
I love you, Amanda. And then he walks out and then they're walking and he like holds her and she went like this. And then she realized the camera, and then she went like this when she's walking out. And then that's when he like touches her. No, I've been like dissecting this. I'm telling you, it wasn't serious before, but they've been hooking up for a while, which is why it's worse. It's right that she's laughing in her face, and it's really weird how it's like the Sheena and Raquel Watch What Happens Live
It's
because
wild.
Ciara. It's so weird.
And also, if you go back and look at that, I swear to God, I saved the pic. Look at literally, this is the first picture in my camera roll right now because it's the latest one. Look, can you see this picture? I'm
Yeah,
telling you, even her face there looks guilty to me. She looks completely awkward. Look,
she looks awkward.
oh my God, I'm fucking West. And I'm like,
Yeah, and to be honest, to be fair, Wes never liked Sierra. He didn't. He found her hot.
he did.
He That's
Well, I mean,
it.
she is, let's face it.
Yeah, she's crazy hot. But he didn't like her for a relationship, okay? And they weren't really together. It was like a situationship, right?
Right.
So it's not really her ex, and she doesn't really own him and who can date him. But as your best friend who sees how much she's
Yes, that she was
hurting,
wild. She was wild in love with him. It doesn't really even matter
that
how he felt about
exactly.
her.
You
She was
see,
wild in
correct.
love with him.
Exactly.
Yes.
You never do that.
Also, did have you noticed at all the way when you look now at side by sides? I almost feel like I don't know why I didn't see this coming.
The
Because
cake thing?
no, what? Oh, the eating the cake thing. No, I'm just talking about the fact that they look exactly alike. They look,
Amanda and West.
yes.
They both look like Hicks from Wisconsin. Yes. Sorry, am I allowed to say that? Sorry. I don't
No,
know. I
but
forget.
they look like they're from the same bloodline.
It's
They
so
look,
weird because
they
she looks
literally, their
very
features are the
Irish.
same. It's wild.
It's so weird to me that she's Italian because she looks super, super, super Irish.
Well, maybe she's half Italian and half Irish and
Well,
favors
the
the
dad's
Irish
for sure
side.
Italian. He's Batula, but like that's why Paige is like very snarky and like snappy. I like Paige. She's like pure Italian, okay? And you could see that she was literally like never gonna talk to her again.
Well, that
She will
makes sense.
never.
Don't you? Didn't you hear what listen to what you just said? You know, Paige's mom is also Italian, right? But
Yeah,
if Amanda's mom is the Irish one, then it
she
makes
is.
sense that Amanda is more like her mother.
I agree.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
Batula
gonna
is
say
Italian,
something.
right?
No, of course, the dad's Italian. He's
Yeah,
Batula.
but the mom's
Okay,
not. There's your
most
difference.
probably no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you straight up that if my husband cheated on me for 10 years on television, my mother would have stormed into that house and broke my face in front of everybody. I would have never been allowed to marry this guy. The fact that her parents, well, her mom, stood by and watched this guy demean the daughter and the daughter turning into a frail little thing and never said, you cannot marry him, to me says a lot about what they are.
Well, I just think that the truth is Kyle screwed around on Amanda early on, and Amanda never got over it. She never moved past it. And if you can't move past something, it's going to continue to haunt your relationship.
Yeah, but he always did. He
But
would
we
go
don't
out
know
until five
that. We
o'clock.
don't know that. We
No, but okay,
cannot,
we don't.
we don't have proof. We have proof about
Okay,
her.
okay, but you also are out until 5 a.m. and sleeping at fans' apartments,
But
and you've
also,
always
if you
been
think
going
about the
out.
fact that I think that that happened after he felt, I think that she treated him like shit for a long time. I'm sorry. If
100%.
you go back and you look at the last few years, Amanda stopped acting like she liked Kyle Cook the minute they got married. Once they were married, she was repulsed by him, rolling her eyes at her husband constantly. How much of that
She
can a man
acted
take? How
smart.
much can any human take? Someone's
No,
like,
she also like constant jabs and putting him down and like acting victim, comments of like that. At the end of the day, it is very frustrating when someone's busting their ass and putting all their life into this company and their significant other is doing shit all. And I find she was very demeaning to him. She treated him like a loser. She
like
would talk to him like he's beneath, like a loser.
yeah, like an inconvenience. She constantly talks
Like,
to him
okay,
like he's an inconvenience
Kyle.
and a disappointment.
Yeah.
Like all he ever does is disappoint her.
I
It's
don't think it was smart of him to go become a DJ when your biggest issue is drinking and staying out late. Like that's what your wife doesn't like. Why would you go be a DJ?
Well, I'm going to tell you something because being a DJ is paying the bills when his company is losing so much money that he's not taking a paycheck. How in God's name do you think he's even going to pay the rent if he doesn't have an income? She definitely doesn't have an income. He's doing that because it did two things. It put money in his pocket and it cross promoted Loverboy, right? At
Yeah,
some point,
okay.
you have to be able, if you see what you're doing, what you're talking about, if they have that issue, that's her being a slave to
Yeah,
her
but you know that
insecurity
Amanda's
about
crazy
his what
rich.
he did years ago. If he can't go out and ever be trusted again because of that one thing,
But it's
that's
not
why
because of
she
that
has an
one
issue.
thing.
She doesn't want him out DJing because that puts him out into a vulnerable position and she doesn't trust him. And the reason she doesn't trust him is because she still keeps looking back to the past when he screwed around on her and she's never moved past it. That's
Yeah,
my
but
opinion.
she would get DMs and all those things. Like, and there was always the rumors of him kissing someone. Then he kissed someone and she couldn't remember. He couldn't remember. He does do those things. And by the way, Amanda's very rich. Eh? She's a trust fund baby. She has a trust fund.
Well, there you go. Well, maybe that's why she didn't need to work.
And apparently she was the one keeping them afloat at the beginning.
I don't know if she was keeping them afloat in the beginning. I know she was doing a lot of
Well,
work trying to
even
get the
Paige and
company
Hannah
off the
say it.
ground.
But Paige and Hannah say it. Well, the dad helped them, remember?
Yeah. Well, he
And
invested in Loverboy.
yeah, when they were in the store, Paige, Amanda, and Hannah, do not like Hannah, but whatever. So she was literally like, "I wish you could see." Oh yeah, and Ciara was there and hugged her. So like, "I wish you could see us how we see you." And she's like, "No one even knows that you're the person who paid all the bills and kept the whole your life afloat. You and Kyle's life afloat while he was doing all of that."
Let me ask you a question. Speaking of the Loverboy thing and the investment in Loverboy, what do you
Carl?
think about the fact that, like, on this last episode, we
Yeah,
saw
no.
Carl sitting down having that conversation with Kyle, and I'm so annoyed by Carl. I could literally, I just gross out on him. The fact that he sat there and he's like, yeah, man, and some of the other people have kind of brought up the Loverboy investment thing, and I'm thinking, no, I'm pretty sure you told everybody that he didn't invest in soft bar, but he sat there. Kyle sat there and opened up to him, and he told him how much money he was bleeding. The fact that he only
Which
has
is
an
why he did that.
yes, well, he needed to. The fact that he only has 3 months to keep them afloat, right? To
Uh-huh.
keep the company afloat. I'm sorry, but if you only have 3 months to keep your company afloat, you don't have $50,000 or even $15,000 to invest. I know, I'm sure that if he was still flush and Loverboy was still killing it like they were in the beginning, he would have invested plenty. He just doesn't have it. And then Carl had the audacity to, even after he was in the house walking around, he's all like spun out about the fact that I don't know, that conversation really didn't go the way I wanted it to. I mean, Kyle didn't really take any accountability. And, I really think that conversation was unfair. And I'm thinking, unfair? What were you expecting? Because when I looked at that conversation, I know that Kyle walked away from that conversation thinking, wow, now Carl understands the position I'm in. Now he understands the predicament I'm in and why I couldn't invest in softbar because I was hemorrhaging money with my own company. He was feeling understood, like now he'll understand that. Because after you do understand that, you can't in any way, shape, or form really expect Kyle Cook to pull $25,000 that he doesn't have and give it to freaking Carl for softbar. Sorry. Carl's weird. Like, that's
No,
weird. Like, oh,
I,
I didn't
but
like this.
Carl
I'm sitting
is
there thinking,
weird.
so what the fuck were you expecting from him?
But
An
Carl is
apology?
weird.
He told you why he couldn't do it. He said, man, I
The
want
guy
to
doesn't have
invest
any.
in you. Like, he said all the right things.
But not only that, he gave him a job for the longest time, and I'm sure he was making a lot of money.
He was a lot of money.
And when he was down in
But
the
spending it,
shits,
he was probably blowing it all up his nose at the
so
time.
and when he was down in the shits, Kyle was there for him and at his back. Okay, yeah, you kind of threw him under the bus at one point, but whatever. But at the same time, he made him a lot of money.
A lot of
Okay,
money.
and like Carl is just weird. Did you see how he gave the book? I got a book for her because she was born in New York.
I mean, I can't even take it. He is so
He's so
awkward.
weird.
So, So weird. That's the thing with Carl. Like one minute you think he's doing all right, like maybe Carl's coming around, and then it's like two steps forward, 10 steps back with that guy.
Yeah, like I don't know what happened to him. He like has no more game. He's very weird. He wasn't like that at the beginning.
Well, that's because we didn't really know him at the beginning. That's the problem. We've gotten to know him. Before he was just a tall, cute dude with a good smile. And now you got
Well,
to know
now
him,
he
and
ruined his
now
teeth.
what?
But he also went too crazy on the chunkers. What the
Oh
hell?
my God, you're so hilarious. You know who else went crazy on the chonkers? Um, what is her name? Janet on the Valley. Did you see there's something that's changed in her smile? She looks so different now when she smiles.
No,
I'm like,
that's called the Ozempic face.
no,
You drag like this.
well, she does look much thinner.
Well, yeah, she's on Manjaro or Ozempic or Wegovy. She's
Hold
not
on, let's
on
not
whatever the
get to
fuck
the
she
Valley yet.
said.
We're about to turn to the Valley, but what do you think about Dara?
Okay, so I've been following Dara for years and years and years because of makeup.
Oh,
So when I saw her, I'm like, Dara? I had a heart attack because she like talks really slow in her makeup videos. That's how she does her makeup videos.
oh, I didn't know she
So
did makeup
so
videos
I've been following her for over 5 years, and
for
she
over
became
5 years.
ah, so she became like viral because she would do the videos like this. And I'm gonna take the makeup brush and I'm gonna slowly turn it, and then I'm gonna dust off the rest. So you're like, but she's so gorgeous that
Yes,
you
she's
watch.
so gorgeous.
She's
Holy moly.
gorgeous.
Like it's hard to
She's
take your eyes off of her.
she's so hot.
No,
She
she's
really is.
beautiful. She
I
really is
freaking gorgeous.
beautiful. And what about Lindsay's new pad? Lindsay's new pad made me realize that you haven't really made it until you have a baby grand piano so that when you have a party you can hire a piano player when your guests walk in.
How
I think piano music as people walk into a dinner party is yeah, that's like you made it.
okay,
That's the real deal.
but how does Lindsay have all this money?
I don't know. I don't know. I think she has negotiated really good summer house contracts, and I mean she's got that T-Mobile gig. I mean she's got a lot of endorsements, really heavy
But
hitters.
why do people in Manhattan waste money on rent? It's like $30,000 a month. Buy
I
something.
know. I know it's insane.
Like it doesn't even make sense.
And
All that work
that's
and
the
you're throwing it in the
problem when
garbage.
if you're even if you're making all that money at that
It's in the
time,
garbage.
that doesn't mean you're going to be able to afford a $30,000 rent payment forever.
Which is why I'm like, buy it, and at least when it comes to the point where you're not making that money, sell it and make something back. Not that all this money is going in the garbage because right now you're making extra money.
Right.
You look like what the hell? She was acting like fancy pants over there. I was freaking out.
I know it looked like Dubrow money, that house,
That's
didn't
what I'm
it?
saying. Fancy pants. I'm
Yeah,
like, what is happening?
I know. Hilarious.
Uh, oh, I like Mia.
I love Mia.
Yeah,
I mean, Mia to me, I can't get enough of her. She's the future of the show to me.
I really like. I think the show's not. I think it's done.
I don't think it's going to be done. I don't think it'll be done at all. I think they will feel like if they walked away now, they'd be leaving so much money on the table. There's so many loose ends. Yes,
No,
I
no,
think
they
they'll
won't go.
try and salvage something.
Not all of them
Unless,
together.
what if they throw so much money at them for a
They
final
won't.
season? You think no?
No,
I
and
do.
look, they're even selling the house.
I think they're all used to the paychecks that they've had the last few years and don't want to turn away from those paychecks.
Well, the house already went up for sale.
No, I know the house went up for sale, but so
Okay, the house
maybe
went up for sale.
but they've changed houses before. They haven't
Yeah,
always been in that
fine.
house.
But like Kyle, did you see the three-part video of Kyle?
Yes, with Adam Glenn.
Okay, correct. And
Yeah.
he's like, Carl's a mess. This is like he's even taking the time to say Carl's a mess. It's too deep. It's too messy now. They
Well,
won't all come back
also we
together.
have the city. Also, that's what I thought. To be honest, when this
But that's
whole
what
thing
Kyle
started,
said. You're gonna see more stuff in the city. I
yeah,
think they've been separated a long time.
when this whole thing started, that's what I was really thinking, that this all was just a ruse to promote the city.
Well, also the other disaster, I don't know if you saw, which I'm sure you did, but like at least if it was just Amanda with Wes and it really was a serious relationship, but apparently you guys were like 16 other guys.
I heard that he was in a committed relationship.
But Makia,
Yeah, what's happening?
but Anna's Chicago girl.
I know.
So does Amanda know this? How does she not realize this when she saw him do it? When she saw him do it to Sierra.
I don't know, but it
And
seems
then
to
Dave
me
Portnoy. Oh my God, I love him.
I saw
Okay,
that. It,
okay,
but it
so
seems to me that West has made a decision of who he's going to go steady with, or else why would
but
he
he
have
was
put out that joint statement?
exclusive with Mejia.
Well, now he's
Mejia
exclusive
found out
with
they were
Amanda
over.
Petula.
Okay, but you know that Mejia found out they were over with the joint statement? Found out that they were no longer girlfriend and boyfriend the day they put out the statement.
Oh yeah.
So that
No,
means
yes, I did know that. Yes.
okay, so that means up until then he was still talking to her.
Yes. That's
And
what I
fucking
know.
stupid Amanda just said, okay, no problem.
I think that Amanda said that we were both trying to figure things out in a kind of a
Okay, we're
gray
not
area
serious.
period.
You could be with someone, I could be with someone, and now
And I'm
whatever.
just going to tell you, I think that now once she decides that they're going to, I just find it very difficult to believe that Amanda would throw away her relationship with Sierra over something that was just a whim or just a whatever.
But that
I think in her mind, she believes it's love.
But that's what Sierra, I think, knowing the tough character that she is, because she could be mean. I think Sierra's going to use that to belittle Amanda. We know, Amanda, you're an insecure little pick me girl. That's why you went with him. It's okay, Amanda. Whatever. You're insecure.
Sorry, she's not wrong.
No, but that's what she will say, and that's what it is. And hold on, before I forget. Okay, another thing. West. Fuck. See, if I don't say it right away. Uh, what did I have to say was very important. My poor husband, I've been stoning him with this, and he's like, I don't care. Okay, but I'm so happy to tell you these things. Hold on, there was one more thing I had to really tell you.
That's like when Mike talks about the Raiders with me. I'm like, oh my God, get a friend that cares.
Yeah, like, okay, wait, hold on.
It'll come back to you.
Okay, that's it. Okay, so you know the chef girl that West is friends with?
Oh, the one that saw KJ on the date?
I don't know. Okay, she's a lesbian. She has a girlfriend. She's Italian. She has blue eyes, blonde hair.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I know her.
Okay, so here's the thing. That girl, I've been following for like 4 years.
Okay.
Okay. And I love Brianna Chicken Fry. Okay.
Oh, yes.
You know who that
and
is?
it was Brianna Chicken Fry that told Dave Portnoy at the
Correct.
Super Bowl.
But Brianna West and the chef girl were hanging out like crazy last year. Okay. Like 3 best friends. Okay. All summer. Okay. Then all of a sudden I even said, how the F did fucking Wes now even get with Brianna? Me in my head think he is with Brianna. Okay?
You're so hilarious.
Why? I'm serious. Okay, because I know he's not with the girl because the girl has a girlfriend. Okay, and she's a lesbian. So I'm like, oh my God, this fucker's with fucking Brianna. How does he get these hot girls? He's so ugly. I find him, he looks like a leprechaun. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I find Jesse Solomon hot. No? Or is it just me? I don't know. I'm freaking losing it with this guy. I don't see what they see
I
in
don't
him.
see it with West either at all.
I don't
get it. I don't understand it. It's confusing.
It's so confusing, and he tries to be so woke and this and that, and like I'm pretty liberal, and he's even too liberal for fucking me. Okay, and that hair tie, by the way, that he wore on Watch What Happens
Yeah, the
Live,
horse tie.
that's Mejia's. That was Mejia's. Freaking shit. Okay, but wait. So I follow Brianna, every single thing, the chef girl, and then they're together. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is even with this hot girl. How the hell is this happening? What the hell does this guy have? And then all of a sudden in the fall, Amanda starts appearing in all their videos. And I'm like, what the hell is she doing here? Literally my thoughts. Okay. And then Wes does the cooking chopping video with the chef girl. And she's like, now try this. And then Amanda pokes her head out and Wes gives her a bite. And then she disappears again and they're just doing the video, the cooking video. And I'm like, these motherfuckers all knew. And then the chef girl liked a post uh, 50 weeks ago, of as long as Amanda's happy. But referring to now she's free of Kyle. But she liked it probably because she's happy with her buddy,
Yeah.
West, because they're best friends. And then Dave Portnoy says, oh, I knew this is a Super Bowl. Because Brianna was hanging out with them last year and she told and she knows.
Yeah.
And it's the chef girl is the connection. And then guess who I saw the chef girl with 2 days ago? Dolores. Dolores was with the chef girl and Polly and her girlfriend after the premiere, after the party
Yeah.
of
For
what's
Rhode
it
Island.
called? So and Sierra is close to Dolores, and I'm like, what the f is happening right now? I'm telling you, the chef girl, Brianna, Wes, and Amanda all knew. I Amanda poked her head. She started being in these videos with these people.
She can't help herself. She's HOD. Amanda was HOD. And when you're HOD, you do crazy shit, you know?
What the f is HOD?
High on dick.
You think so?
Yeah, I think she was high on West, high on dick, high on West's dick. Yes. I think that she was feeling all kinds of things that she hadn't felt in a long time. And yeah.
Well, did you see when she was lying down on the counter and like she had like no top on basically? It was like just at her boobs.
Yeah.
And he like over her and she's like that and then feeding him that thing and then cleaning his mouth. It's really weird.
Well, even Kyle said, he says,
Yeah, they
looking
were
back,
flirting.
he said, looking back, I feel like I gave him a pass for being way too handsy
Because
with my
that's
wife.
West.
Like same thing with Jesse Solomon with Sierra. I mean, really fucking handsy.
Yeah, but you also have fucking balls to tell Jesse no when you're doing what you're doing, you fuck ass.
I know.
I fucking can't stand that fucking guy. Okay. And I always liked Kyle. I did like Amanda. I'm not gonna be like everybody now that say they don't like her, because it's cool to say. My favorite was always Paige. I hate Hannah, but I love Kyle. Okay. I had one interaction with Kyle and he was like super awesome. And I just like Kyle a lot. I thought he was a hard worker. I don't think he should have ever been a husband. You know, you don't shine in that light to me.
Right. Not
Okay.
everybody does. Maybe he wasn't ready,
Correct.
but he gave it a
Exactly.
go. Sometimes you got to start somewhere. Maybe he'll be better in his
Exactly.
next marriage.
Exactly. Like I would never be a teacher. I'd shoot myself in the head. I cannot deal with 30 kids in a classroom. Okay.
Yeah,
So, you
we
know,
all need to know our limits.
exactly. So he shouldn't be a husband.
Know
But I don't think,
yourself.
exactly. And I don't think that Kyle is a bad person. I think he's sensitive. I think he has a
Oh,
big
he's
heart.
not. Kyle is
He's
not a bad
not.
person.
He's not.
I
And
agree. I think Kyle's actually a really good person. Okay, now the question is, what did you think about the season premiere of The Valley?
oh God. Okay. I have many thoughts. Am I allowed to say them?
Yes, of course you are.
Okay. I feel like if I was American and lived in the States, I would have been canceled 80 times. Okay. Certain things I say. Where did
The
so
Valley,
Jesse?
sweetie, The Valley.
No, no, I know. I'm just trying not to be mean. So Jesse went to the set of White Chicks to find his girlfriend.
You know what? I debated on how much I was going to talk about her, Lacey, myself because I didn't have anything nice to say. And also, he called her highly intelligent.
But what if there was there was a disconnection from her head to her neck, and
There,
she was.
it felt to me like there was a disconnection somewhere in here. Like, I don't know. Almost like
But
I,
she didn't look well. I don't understand what was happening.
I don't either. I don't either.
But her skin looked as if it was like,
Disconnected a little bit.
yeah, like this was separate from this, and her eyes were like this, and she had no eyelashes like Ariana Grande. I don't know what's happening. I don't care. Like people make fun of me all day long on Big Brother. I don't give two shits. They call me a fat cow, this, that. I don't give offended. Okay. I know I'm a pretty girl. I don't care. Good. I eat pasta and pizza. Okay. But I'm not making fun of her looks. I just found like she looked odd.
Right. No. No, she looked odd to me as well. She sounded odd. She seemed odd.
And she's like, hi or hi. I was like, what is wrong with her? And
Well,
I mean,
honestly, let's face it, Michelle is the best that Jesse will ever get.
God, how can you say that?
You don't think so? I
I
think
hate.
she is so much better looking than Jesse.
Okay,
Not to
yeah,
make this
okay.
about looks or anything.
No, I'm not trying to be mean about someone's looks. Like I'm not, but it's just she was very weird. I don't know. It was strange. But I hate Michelle as a human. Maybe Lacey's super sweet. You know what I mean? But like Michelle is awful.
But also, we met Michelle while she was going through big time shit with what's his name. I don't even think that we got to see her true
How
personality
does a
yet.
girl like that get two weirdos?
Oh, speaking of Michelle and the
Hi, how are you?
and him, Aaron. Honestly,
How do you
I'm
tell her you're
to be
you're
honest,
not straight enough?
I am not convinced that he is straight at all. I think that he is I don't think he's straight. That's what I think. I don't
Jesse?
Not Jesse, Aaron, her ex that dumped her.
Okay. Okay. So that guy has
You
an
know,
eye
this
problem.
guy.
Okay. It's so weird. Okay. It's so funny because like the Valley is like I hate all of them. It's almost like how I feel about Salt Lake City, except Zach. I love Zach. And I love Schwartz, but he doesn't count. I don't count him as Valley. I count him as VPR. But at the end of the day, the fact that he broke up with his girlfriend because she's 40 pounds wet, maybe, and super fit, that she's not fit enough. She's not athletic enough, he told her.
It was unbelievable. He was unbelievable, and honestly,
I was like, yeah.
I don't know how he ever landed her anyway. He did her a favor. That's all I'm saying.
But she goes after these blonde, skinny weirdos.
Well, we saw her last night, you know, hitting it off with Schwartzy, but we know that didn't turn out for much.
Thank God, because I love him. I want him to be with an angel. I've loved Schwartz from day one. And Katie was so mean to him.
Katie, yeah, well, yeah, Katie was mean to him, like horrible to him too.
She was
Same
mean to
thing.
everyone.
So,
She
yeah,
was mean to everyone. Katie's just mean. I'm sorry. She
thank
was even
you.
mean to her
I
mom.
think, yes, I was saying that from the start too. I'm like, she's just a miserable cow. Like everywhere
Katie,
she
she's
goes, people
awful.
around her are miserable because she's miserable.
She puts like a black light. And I also think maybe her
A
accent
black
is giving
light,
her
you
that
mean a
way.
black cloud?
A black cloud. She's a crow.
A
She's
black
everything
light.
negative. Yeah, yeah, black cloud. No, sorry. She's a black cloud and she's a fucking crow. Okay? Call like a black
No,
energy.
she's
Like,
like a dark
but
energy walking.
awful. And I'm gonna say something maybe controversial. But you know, I don't think Sandoval's that much of a bad guy. He made a mistake.
He made a mistake. I know.
He
I
made a
know. And
mistake.
he's
But
not
like the guy,
perfect.
he's not a bad guy.
I
Okay?
know
When you
I have
watch,
very good friends that are very, very good friends with him. And they kind of say the same thing. They're like, he's an idiot, but we love him. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a bad
yeah,
guy. He is an idiot, a little bit of an idiot, but we love him. He's got a good heart, you know.
I think he got
But they do say
crucified.
he's an idiot.
Okay, yeah, okay, fine, he's an idiot, but how does he get crucified and Jax Taylor
But
didn't
yes,
even get
but
that
an idiot
crucified?
doesn't equal an asshole. Those are two different things.
I know, but he got super crucified.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And like people hate his guts, and inside of Traders, they were so mean to him. Yet Jax, people don't treat Jax like that, and Jax is the devil.
Yeah, well, it's because Jax has owned his devilishness since day one. And
Oh, okay, maybe
Sandoval,
it's that. Okay, fine.
yeah,
Okay, well, talking about Jax, how do you feel about Brittany?
I can't, I'm just trying to get my sparkle back. I got my sparkle back. And she's on the phone with, hi, honey. Hi,
Let me fix my titties. Did you see that?
I can't take the titties.
Okay, I wanted to tell her, what do you
I mean,
mean fix?
I shouldn't say that. That's not true. I can take the titties, but they're a lot. I mean, they're suffocating.
They're suffocating her. They're in here. They're up here. Did she get an operation? What happened?
I think this is pre-operation.
No, she got a breast reduction.
Well, maybe you're right because I feel like she got that stuff to get ready for filming of the new season. Maybe the swelling wasn't down or something.
I don't know, but like the fact that she's like, "Ew, let me fix my titties," and it's just like, no, no, don't fix them. Put them away. Like, oh my
The
God.
problem is she's looking uncomfortable, and no one likes to look at people when they look uncomfortable, and she is looking uncomfortable.
She also wears, anyway, okay.
I know she wears the wrong clothes for her
Like,
body.
I
She
don't
needs
even
a
wear beige.
stylist. And she needs to stop looking for her sparkle in other people. That's the real problem. She calls herself a people pleaser, but it's not, you care too much about pleasing other people when you don't value yourself enough, right? And that's
No.
clearly where she's at.
But did you see her at the dinner? Oh, like she acts like a freaking weirdo.
Well,
God damn.
She's a Kentucky muffin, sweetie.
That there's a lot of muffins.
There's
Just like maybe cut this part so I don't get like
a lot of
assassinated.
muffins.
God.
Yeah. So we've got Brittany. She's getting her sparkle back. Dear God, I can't. If I hear that word sparkle one more time come out of her
There's
mouth.
no more sparkle.
Oh my God. And then even Schwartz tonight said he was starting to get trying to get his sparkle back.
Angel.
I'm like, no, please, no more sparkle.
He's
Stop with the
alive.
sparkle. Then we have Danny and the Mia situation, and that shit is going to bubble up. That's where I think still a hi. Oh, you're so funny. There's a lot of tension with the Danny. Hi. He's so
Oh
silly.
my God, I love animals.
There's a lot of
He's so
tension with
cute.
the
Okay,
Danny and Mia
are
thing.
they
She hates
Mormon?
living there. No, they're not Mormon. They're not Mormon, but
What is
also it's the fact that Janet is clearly not letting this narrative go that Danny is out of line, or else she wouldn't be talking about it again. They picked up cameras right after they stopped. They weren't down for long.
No, but Janet really needs to go away. She's a dangerous person. Stop saying things like that. He didn't fucking do anything to you. You need to shut the hell up.
I know.
I hate Janet.
I
I
know.
hate her, number one. And then number two, I hate Michelle. I hate Brittany. I wish she could never, oh my God, I wish to never see her again.
I gotta say, I do feel very similar to you in that I don't love the only person I love on that cast is Kristen, and that's only because I know her. That's
It,
it.
you know her? She's so nice, right?
Kristen, Dodie, right?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes. I've known
I
Kristen
used
for years.
Okay, so it used to make me so pissed when Lisa Vanderpump would always talk shit about her. And I'm like, what is your problem? People can make mistakes.
No, no,
James
no.
Kennedy made a
Sorry,
thousand.
I'm going to tell you, back in the day, I agreed with Lisa Vanderpump so much so that when Kristen somehow made her way into our lives, into my daughter Carly's life via Rihanna, I was very leery. I said to Carly and Rihanna, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know about this girl. I don't know if this is really a great
Listen,
idea.
she was a hot mess.
But then I met her. I think I met her for the first time at Rihanna and Morgan's engagement party. And then I was with her in Rihanna's backyard when I found out about the shooting at the Garlic Festival, and she came over and consoled me. And she's so sweet, and she's in the salon, and I love Kristen. She's such a sweetheart. I mean, she's always just been an angel to me. But
Listen,
I'm Carly's mom, so that
when
probably.
she no, when she was younger, she might have been a hot mess express, fine. But now I do think she's the only normal person on the valley. She's the one I like the most. I think she is so nice. And I think Mia's situation living in Timbuktu with 85 kids, I don't get it.
How do you feel about Zach? Do you like Zach?
I really like Zach a lot. I do like him. I think he's funny and I enjoy him.
I think he has a good heart.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy. I do feel like he's a good guy. And I mean,
The open marriage thing is interesting, but you know what I mean? They
it's not they're not married. They're dating. He has to marry him for him to get his green card. But yeah.
and then there's the other couple that the ones that are getting married. What Jasmine, that's her name, right? Isn't it her Jasmine?
Yeah, it's
What's her
Jasmine, but
girlfriend's name?
I have no clue. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very interested in them.
I tried to get into them last season. I can't get into it. I mean, a wedding usually pulls me in. I'm hoping the fact that they're getting married might make me care more. I'm so happy that Lala has joined this year because I think it's so important to have her here this season. I think Lala brings an energy that I don't think the rest of them have in the way that she does.
Except Kristen,
Except
which
Kristen.
exactly, which goes back
I
to
that we are
VPR.
in the Vanderpump of it all.
Correct. Lala's like the one that's gonna call you out and make you say the truth and say it how it is. I feel like these newbies, they just don't hit the same.
I could not agree more. I think
Like,
bringing Lala back is such a good move for the Valley. And what about the fact that Lala and the whole Kristen baby situation
okay,
about the
you have to admit,
cryotherapy, whatever.
she was completely shocked.
Who wouldn't be? That
No,
would
but
be
it
shocking.
wasn't a fake moment.
Well, because did you hear she even teed it up to Kristen and said, "You might not think this is funny, but I thought it was funny. My own mom said that my baby Sosa looked like your husband." That's how the conversation started. And then it was Kristen who picked up the baton and said, "Well, funny enough, he donated sperm to that place." And
No, but
that's
Zach said, "Oh, were you like really broke when you got to LA and you needed to make extra money?" And he's like, "No, I actually did."
no, yes, I know.
So they were
Yes.
like, "What?"
No,
And then it's the same bank.
it was the same bank. And not only was it the same bank, but then all of those descriptors, 6'2",
The
athletic build,
flashbacks.
I'm in finance. And those were the
Maybe I like
Lola's
to be a
things.
cook back then. Yeah, it was
And
crazy.
he's like, my major was finance. And maybe it was cooking. I was into a lot of hobbies.
Yeah, it was wild because I feel like she didn't say it already knowing the answer. She was
No,
super shocked.
100%.
And
And
I think they might, you
I,
know.
I, I bet you they will do a test. And they'll work that into a storyline. No, you think that's not, you think they're
It
not
is
going to
so
go down
smart.
that path? I mean, that's like a gold mine. Imagine if at the end of that rainbow, there were DNA tests that said, "You are the father.
The
Luke,
father. We
you
need
are
Maury
the
Povich.
father."
We need Maury Povich to read it. But what I
Imagine.
think was so funny was last night on Watch What Happens Live, Kristen was literally like, for our friend group, it's totally gonna happen. Like it's possible. Like she
Yeah, no,
wasn't,
like,
she's
yeah,
like for
I get
sure,
it. I
watch.
totally get it. Almost like a sister wives thing.
I
And why
was
not?
dying.
Why not? I think honestly, I think that would be so wonderful and amazing if this child who would never usually know their birth father or their sperm father, I guess you'd call him in that case.
Yeah, but it's really weird that like she would be like, that's your dad.
Well, I think at that point you would, I don't think it would be. I mean, I think Luke is a super nice quality
Yes, he's
individual.
super, super nice, but it's a bit
So I think
weird that now you know him.
he's going to be in that baby's life anyway.
I don't know. I think it's weird. Like, I chose you to be anonymous, and now here you are. Luke is a nice guy, but I did think that Kristen would be with someone different. But he is a very nice guy. I agree. As she got older, she's such like a wonderful, beautiful person. Not that Luke isn't. I just saw her with because she has a big personality. I just saw her with someone like more. That's
Yeah,
it.
someone more like her.
Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully he's here to balance that wild
There you
stallion out a
go.
little bit. You
There
can't
you
be a
go.
stallion and a woman, right? But you know what I mean. She's an angel, though. All right, sweetheart. Speaking of angels, thank you so much for being here. This was fun. I mean, what a week for us, right?
Thank you so,
Wild.
so much. I'm so happy as always to be here and to discuss all Bravo. And yes, this week I'm only posting about Summer House while I'm doing hair. I was losing my marbles.
Well, because it was a shocker. It was a gut punch to all of us.
Yeah, because it's a true, sincere friendship. The friendship is much more sincere than Ariana and Rachel were ever.
Yes, or almost of those relationships, female male relationships too. Like that
True.
was a special friendship, and I think we were all invested in their friendship more than we were Kyle and Amanda or Tom and Ariana. I think we loved
Exactly.
them, and everybody deserves and wants a friendship like what we thought they had.
It really sucks. We all need a Ciara.
All right,
Yeah.
sweetheart, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
Well, I just have Instagram, so it's just Sabrina_Abate.
They only need one place to find you.
There you go.
You are unmistakable. They can't miss you.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, that about does it for this episode of Generally Speaking. Thank you so much for being here. If you've been watching us on YouTube, please make sure you reach out and smash that subscribe button. We would appreciate it. If you've been on your favorite streaming platform, please make sure you give us a follow, leave us a 5-star rating, leave us a comment. We would love that. If you'd like to collaborate or have a question you'd like answered on the pod, you can reach me at jennifer@jennifersnook.com. And if you'd like to reach me on socials, you can find me on TikTok at This Is Generally Speaking or on Instagram at The Jennifer Snook. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Sabrina, honey, thank you once again. Until we're together again, everybody, stay rooted in love. We'll see you next time.
Love you. Bye.
I love you.